Hello, and welcome to the Institute for Jacques Dalcroze Education in beautiful Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Today I'm going to discuss complementary rhythm, which includes complement and pattern, and rhythm counterpoint, and how we perceive these two arranging techniques within positive and negative space. To best study the phenomenon of positive and negative space, it is important to understand that we all live within a globe whose dimensions are limited to our extended reach around a fixed position. It was Leonardo da Vinci in 1490 who first depicted this space as a two-dimensional image of a circle and square enveloping the human body. He entitled this drawing L'Uomo Vitruviano, or the Vitruvian Man. He drew this picture from a description provided by the Roman architect Marcus Vitruvius Pollio. Vitruvius is known for a multi-volume work titled D'Architectura, written about 25 BCE. It was the text's discussion of perfect proportion in architecture and the human body that led Da Vinci to create the drawing. Keep in mind that the picture's primary purpose was not to demonstrate the circle or square, but rather the dimensions and proportions of the human body that create the two objects. Jacques Dalcroze took the idea of the Vitruvian Man and with it envisioned a globe divided into equal portions on both the horizontal and vertical planes. He then marked the segments with numbers and letters. The numbers and letters were then used to position the body within the sphere and thereby have the mover discover an infinite variety of physical poses. Exploring this space was first done in place and then with locomotion. It was Rudolf Laban who revolutionized the idea by introducing the kinesphere. The kinesphere describes one's personal space as a sphere and a cube enveloping the body, whose periphery can be reached by easily extending limbs without stepping away from the place which is the point of support when standing on one foot. We can explore our sphere as individuals and then eventually explore the field of others. We can do this by being near another or by touching another and thereby creating an overlap of one kinesphere with another. This exploration can take place with dynamic and agogic nuance and a variety of articulations, or in other words, with expression. The space occupied by the body within the kinesphere is considered to be positive, while space unoccupied within the same kinesphere is considered to be negative. The negative space, therefore, can be completed or complemented by another body and thereby turn what once was negative space into new positive space. After having had the experience of positive and negative space, we can begin to connect this physical parameter to the music parameter of complementary rhythm. Students can first perform a simple exercise as seen in the illustration. Friend A claps the upper voice within their kinesphere, as friend B taps the lower voice within the same kinesphere or within the negative space provided by friend A. Therefore, friend A represents the pattern and friend B accounts for the complement. Watch the short video on the next slide. While watching the video, note the change of character when the pattern switches back and forth. Listen to the improvisation and take note of how it changes between the treble and bass as the pattern switches between the two eurythmicians. However, we need a whole rhythm phrase, not only countertime, to create a complementary rhythm. To form a complement, or a secondary voice, we place notes in the empty spaces of an original melodic or rhythmic phrase. There are two types or species of complementary rhythm. Both are arranging techniques. The first species, called complement and pattern, has two categories, a strict complement and a mixed complement. The next 3 slides will show strict complements where we use only one note value in the secondary voice. The first example demonstrates the use of the beat note value. The second example demonstrates the division of the beat note value, and the third, the subdivision of the beat note value. Be sure to look carefully at the time signatures. The next slide will show a mixed complement. A mixed complement is created using a variety of note values throughout the secondary voice. Keep in mind that in all cases, the notes of the complement never sound simultaneously with those of the pattern. The second species of complementary rhythm is rhythm counterpoint, which is less practiced and usually learned after mastering the first species. Here, the counterpoint, which acts as a complementary rhythm, is placed exactly halfway through each note value in the original pattern. Even though the pattern contains dotted note values, the counterpoint continues to be placed at the midway point between the two notes. This placement creates what some might call a sensation of syncopation. However, in reality, the sensation is more like a cross rhythm of 2 against 3. Listen to the next two examples where dotted note values are used in simple and compound meter. Now it's your turn to try it out for yourself. The next slide shows a small piece in Re major. You can use it to create the various types of complement and a rhythm counterpoint. Sing the melody and clap the rhythm you construct. Have fun. Re, mi, fa, la, sol, fa, mi. Fa, sol, la, do, si, la. Sol, la, sol. Fa, sol, fa. Sol, fa, mi, re, do, si, la. Do, re, mi, fa, la, sol, fa, mi. Fa, sol, la, si, do, re, la. Fa, mi, re, si, la, si, sol, fa. Si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re. All of the information about the two types of complementary rhythm and many exercises exist in the ebook by Jack Stevenson, Pursuing a Jacques Dalcroze Education, Solfège Volume 2, Minor Mode. The textbook also includes studies in syncopation, anacrusic phrasing, and the lower pitch sets in minor, which include the Neapolitan, diminished, augmented, and gypsy trichords and tetrachords. As always, your comments are most welcome, so please don't hesitate to write. And thank you for your time. This video was produced and directed at the Institute for Jacques Dalcroze Education, located on the pastoral campus of Monocacy Manor in beautiful Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Please join us soon.